Because number one, purpose is not your job. Purpose is not your career. It's not your vocation. Now, here's how I can tell it to you simply. I believe that purpose is that spiritual quality, a spiritual calling and quality that has been deposited by God in each one of us to carry out good works on earth for his glory. Remember the book of Ephesians chapter 2 verse 10 says, "For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do." Now, purpose is a spiritual quality. It's not a job that you do, but what happens is that our jobs become the vehicle, or our careers become the vehicle through which purpose can be fulfilled. Right? Let me give an example. For example, my purpose is to alleviate suffering. Maybe that is my purpose. I want to alleviate suffering or eliminate suffering from people. Now, through that purpose, it can be expressed in different forms and different careers. For instance, a doctor who is saving lives is alleviating the suffering of sick people. It could also be through the career of a lawyer who is defending the voiceless, promoting justice into the lives of people who have been oppressed, by the yokes of injustice. They're alleviating suffering of the people. It could be It could be a life coach who is teaching people to become better versions of themselves. So in that way, they're also escaping suffering, which could include poverty or other issues. So the purpose itself is one, but how it is being expressed in different, careers and vocations. Now that one is dependent on your gifts and talents. For instance, if I can use the same example, if my purpose is to alleviate suffering and, I become a doctor, how do I know that I am supposed to be a doctor? Maybe through the gifting and the talents that God has given me, through the qualities, my personalities, my natural interests, exposure in life, that can guide me into becoming a doctor. But on the other hand, I may not like hospitals. I may not like to see sites of wounds and blood. I may not like anything to do with the medical facility, but I still want to alleviate suffering. So I can do that through being a lawyer, because maybe I'm interested in law. Maybe I'm interested in going to court to represent people. Maybe I'm interested in speaking for the person who cannot speak for themselves. So you see, I'm still serving the same purpose, but in a different way. And what makes me choose a different path is because of my natural abilities, natural tendencies, interests, personalities, environment, exposure, and available resources like that. So our careers and vocations just become a vehicle through which that purpose is expressed, but it is not by themselves our purposes. You get it? Another thing to notice, or rather to note about purpose, is that you can have your day job, a different day job, and fulfill your purpose through something else on the side. Let me give you a good example with Paul. Remember Paul in the Bible? He was an excellent tent maker, and he earned a good living from it. But that was not his purpose. His purpose was to make Christ known to the Gentiles. So what happened is that he used his job to fund his purpose, and his purpose was expressed through the gifts of being an apostle, and through church planting and discipling, Christians at that time. So as much as tent making was important for him, and I'm sure he was gifted in it as well, that enabled him to earn good money, but that was not his ultimate purpose. His ultimate purpose was to make Christ known to the Gentiles. So you can have a day job, you can be an accountant, but by evening or by weekend, you're leading a support group for recovering addicts. Your career could be accounting, but through helping addicts recover and rebuild their lives, you are fulfilling a deeper purpose. Maybe your purpose there could be promoting healing, restoration, and productivity. Right? Point number 3 to note is that you may transition, or rather, what can I say, is that different seasons and stages of life may lead you to pursue different things, but your God-given purpose often remains the same. What do I mean by that? Right now, you could feel led to lead a support group of recovering addicts. Then after 5 years, you might be you might be coaching entrepreneurs, you might be coaching business people, and you might ask yourself, have you missed out on your purpose in that? No, because maybe the same purpose that you had to promote healing and productivity in the lives of the people, it is the same one that now is being expressed by coaching people in their finances, making them be better in their finances. That way they'll be productive, and that also promotes healing, because many people who do not have money, are lacking, are suffering. So by helping them become economically stable, you're promoting healing as well, and you are promoting productivity. So your purpose is still the same, it has just taken a different form. So your the way through which you express your purpose or fulfill your purpose can change over time, in different seasons, in different times. It could be through different vocations and careers, so don't limit yourself and think that you just have to do one thing forever. If God leads you to switch it up to something else, it's fine, as long as it is honoring God. So now, how do you get to discover your purpose? First thing I'll encourage you is to go to the Lord, because remember, He is our creator. He tells us in the book of Jeremiah chapter 33 verse 3 that call to me and I will answer you, and I will show you great and unsearchable things that you do not know. So call to the Lord and He'll answer you and reveal to you mysteries that you do not know. Secondly, you can take a practical approach also in figuring out your purpose, and that is by paying attention to the desires and the instincts that God has placed within you. Do you feel led to teach Sunday school? Go ahead and do it. Do you feel led to start a cooking class? Do it. Do you feel burdened to visit children's homes? Volunteer. As you faithfully serve and step out in obedience, often you will stumble upon your purpose. And if you haven't figured it out yet, please don't stress yourself. Just do good where you are. Serve your community. Volunteer in areas that interest you. Pay attention to what moves your heart, and before you know it, you recognize what fulfills you and what gives you great joy. So in essence, purpose is always bigger than you. It's beyond you. It's meant to serve others. It's meant to promote a greater good in the society and in the community and the place that God has placed you. So it is not individualistic. So let me end there for now, and I'll come back with another part. Bye bye.